Hey guys, it's Melanie and you're watching The Outdoor Plan, which is a channel dedicated to serving as a guide for young people specifically to find their way around the outdoors and have their best experience in nature that is possible. So let's just get into the video. It's about first aid, and I'll start with my first aid bag. So I just have a regular old bag. It's red. It's got the first aid symbol. That's very important. You can use just a regular bag, but it's important that you mark it in some way because you want to be able to quickly find your first aid bag if you're in an emergency and you need to know which bag is first aid. Because you don't want to have to sort through all your whole contents of your backpack and be like, oh my gosh, which one is first aid? But yeah. And also, you can see that it's pretty shallow, and it's got nice pockets here. You don't want to have a really deep first aid bag because you want to be able to reach everything quickly, and you don't want to have to sift through the contents again to get your specific things. So I'm going to just go on and start. I have my cold packs. These are instant cold packs or ice packs, whatever you want to call them. They're to reduce swelling and pain for strains and sprains, minor bumps and bruises, and headaches and toothaches, and anything else that's like muscle or kind of skin wounds to treat. So this is good. It's for emergency pain relief, and so it's instant cold packs too. You don't want to have just like a reusable ice pack that you like put in the freezer and it freezes. You want to be able to use this because it's instantly cold if you like squeeze it to activate it. So this is great. We're going to pack it. You need your cold packs. And next up, this is also used to treat muscle kind of like sprains and strains usually. This is your elastic wrap or tape kind of, yeah. So it'll just help you if you injure a muscle, and you can wrap it around your muscle here. It's like a big roll. So this is good. Also, an alternative to this is your athletic tape. This one is adhesive, this one isn't. That's basically the only difference, but they're both used to treat muscle injuries. So I'll go ahead and pack this too. I got my elastic wrap and my cold pack so far in my first aid kit. So we're going good. Next up, I'll have, so let's go from the bottom down if you're going to treat like a wound with like gauze or something. So say you fall and you cut your skin open on a rock, maybe just like a minor cut on your ankle. So first thing you want to do always is clean the wound. I have this pain relieving spray. It's just a regular Target brand. You don't need anything fancy. But this will work, and it's to cleanse your wound, to treat it, and to promote healing. You always want to have a clean wound. If you have dirt in there, you'll just trap it. If you go ahead and just put ointment on there, so you want to be able to get everything out to prevent infection. That's mainly what we're doing here. So we're going to pack this in and go on to our ointment. I have this next. So this is also to prevent infection and promote healing for cuts, burns, scrapes, anything like that. You put it on after you cleanse your wound, remember that, and it'll promote healing again. So we can just pack that. And here next we have our gauze. I have two kinds of gauze. This is important. I have like a roll of gauze, and it's unopened. All of these are unopened right now. You don't really want to open your gauze because it's clean. And you might get dirt in there and then trap it again in your wound. So wait to open these. Like, these are one-time users. Don't ever reuse gauze. But yeah, unless you cut it. Unless you cut a piece of it, you can sometimes do that. But so this is gauze. So you have your cut, burn, or scrape, and you have cleansed your wound, and you put your ointment on with like a finger. I would say a finger if you're going camping. You can also bring the swabs or something like that. And then you put this gauze on to protect the skin. You don't want to have it open if it's healing. You want to close it up, and you can tape it on. This you can wrap it around and then tape at the end, and this you can just like lay it on your skin. It's just a square, and then wrap it on and then close it with the tape. And this is the tape. You have, it's first aid tape. It should say it somewhere. The package says it, and on the inside it says first aid tape. This is from NextCare. NextCare is a pretty good brand. Their tape is waterproof, but it really doesn't matter. Most of these tapes will be waterproof as well too. So this is just to tape it on, and you want to have medical or first aid tape, because otherwise if you just use Scotch tape or something, it won't be as good for your skin. So you want to have this. I'll go ahead and pack it. Okay, and next up we have regular Band-Aids. This you can also top off your wound. If you cleansed it and you put ointment on it, it's very important to do always. And you can put a small Band-Aid on this if it's a smaller wound. And if it is a bit larger of a wound, you can also put, I have some larger adhesive pads or bandages. They're just square, as you can see. And if your wound is this size, you can use it. The gauze is mainly for larger wounds so the gauze you can like create the fit, customize, whatever you want to say. And so protect again from infection and promote healing. So you can pack your bandages. And now we have a different type of bandage that we're going to use. This one you don't need to really cleanse everything, I guess. It depends. Oh no, you would, but so this is, we've got wound closure strips, which is this. They are pretty long, thin like strips. Each of these is separate too. Wound closure strips and butterfly closure strips. So those are the ones that look like this. So your wound, these basically, they act like stitches to close your wound and allow it to heal itself. If it's like a pretty small cut or something like that. It's usually used on cuts if they're deep or long or something like that. So these, as you can see, there's like a little like thinner part. This is where it would go over the wound and you would pull it together. You can always use two if the wound is longer, but it's like thin like this. And then these are for larger cuts or wounds, to pull it together from like a longer distance. It's really only size difference, but these you always need. And this is a pack of 5. So I'll just put this in here. It's always important too, as you can see with the other stuff, I've also taken things out of the boxes. Like these are the big boxes. That's a very big waste of space. You want to just have like 5 or 10 for this regular Band-Aids, or 5 or 2. Those are good numbers, depending on the size and the probability that you'll need them. Because look, this is already full. What if I had boxes in here? Whoops. If I had boxes in here, things would be, I wouldn't have room to like protect myself from all this stuff, because I would only have like a couple things because there'd be so many boxes. But to get on with the rest too, I also have, these are Band-Aid brand blister pads. So they protect your blisters. There's 2 types. I don't know if you can see this through the back, but one, here I've got the box. Those look like this, and they're just a bit different sizes, but they protect your blisters, and they're cushiony, so they're gel guards, so they protect like infection. If the blister pops, you don't want dirt to get in there, you want to keep it protected. And you also want to prevent excess rubbing, that could make it pop or make it worse. So it's important to protect your blisters to keep them from getting worse, or even if you just want to, like, if you know your heel, like, might get a blister because your socks rub against them, you can put one of these on to prevent a blister in the first place. That's always a good idea. But, so yeah, we've got our blister guards, and that's it too. So that's all we need to pack. I'll introduce this. This is one thing you can consider. You don't need it though. But I've got Afterbite and Cortisone Cream. You would choose one of these. These both do the same thing. This one is just like a stick, and you would like shake it and a liquid comes out the top to treat your bug bite. These are for bug bites to reduce itching, or just to reduce itching if you itched yourself or something else happened too. And this is a cream. So if you get like a couple mosquito bites, you probably won't need this. If you go backpacking or something for a long period of time, you might need some of this to treat the bad bug bites and let them heal, because you'll keep getting bug bites if you're out in nature for a long time. But I'm just going to pack Afterbite because it's small and compact and keep it in here. And so I've got this first aid kit and I'm pretty much done here. And see, this is a good size. There is kind of a lot in here, but there's not too much. And I put it so that you can get everything within like a minute or so, counting, reaching for your first aid bag. So it's good for immediate relief, remember, and also remember you want to keep this bag at the top of your backpack if you're using a backpack so you can easily reach it, or if you're in a camp or tent camping, you want to be able to reach this soon, so maybe keep it near your head. It's always good, and it's got a good carrying handle. But yeah, so now we've got our first aid bag. Congrats. Now we can move on to the next thing, which will be in the next video, which is day camping preparation, or day hiking preparation. But yeah, bye guys. I hope you'll use this to have a great time in the outdoors and have fun. Bye. See you.